Welcome to No Accounting for Taste, loyal listeners, first timers, and people who have just left Spotify on. This is No Accounting for Taste, a podcast where we try to slay the cynics and the naysayers. This week we are talking about cruises. These big ass boat rides are for everyone. I know many of you probably think that these are death traps just run by floating carnies trying to give some kind of aquatic version of a state fair. But there is so much more to these than Legionnaire's disease and flaming hot Cheetos themed all-you-can-eat buffets. You can have it all from poolside lounging and water slides to the Alaskan wilderness, from new metal band themed cruises to James Beard award-winning chefs. Check out our new metal episode. It was pretty K. It's all at sea. So grab a bit of sunscreen and a big-ass beach towel, because Kinane and Shane are hitting the Lido deck and defending the very thing that has taken down more good men than our producer Charlene. That's right, everyone. We are going full Hawaiian shirt mode for this episode on cruises. Hal, you're good with words. You know that, man?
I think the gym is dumb.
Did Rachel walk in the room? Of course I've eaten a Baconator.
Man, if you ain't doing CrossFit, you can get CrossFit.
You're right. A long burger's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
That's your sitcom right there as a Mr. Fix-It-All who just can't fix his heart.
We will not be defending Atlantic City.
No accounting for taste. If it's something that somebody loves, let's try and celebrate it instead of shitting on it. Oh, and thank you very much to our sponsor, Factor. You guys looking for some good, ready-to-eat meals for a nice, sunny, active day? Factor's got your back. They are #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, and they got nutritious, and it's good for you, and you'll love it. And get a load of this. If you go to factormeals.com/NAFT50, you're going to get 50% off. Use code NAFT50. That's NAFT50 at factormeals.com/NAFT50.
Oh, good.
Yes!
Kyle, for everybody on the YouTube feed, or not on the YouTube feed, rather, Kyle just put on a Hawaiian shirt, and I am sunburned. So we're really making it. We're putting effort into the video element now.
You do look a little rosy there.
Yeah, I am. We went to the pool yesterday, and your boy is going to have a nice golden brown hue in a couple of days.
What pool did you go to?
Trish, Sharp. You know I'm at Charlene's, but for the listeners, I'm at Charlene's right now recording, and Charlene's friend Trish had us over, and we all went to the pool. It was me, Charlene, our Menzingers buddy Maddie Kirschen and Holly, and Riley Newton showed up. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Riley showed up in all black, like it was a funeral.
Well, except goth,
I
beach
love
goths. Beach
I love
goths
that woman. I adore that woman.
She made a choice.
Sure did.
Cruises, baby.
I'm gonna have to leave this to you, Kyle. A lot of the personal experience, because I have none.
Not even the river cruise in Portland, the booze cruise.
No, never even
that. We did that. We did that one a few months ago.
That's just an evening, right?
We did it. We got the daytime one. We were celebrating our anniversary. Actually, I thought it was gonna be sketchy. Like, oh, we got a buffet and what have you. I'm like, this buffet is probably gonna suck. So I got the extras. It was a good looking buffet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad looking buffet.
All right. And this goes up the Willamette?
Yeah, it went all the way. I forget how far it got up to, but you got to see the original old spaghetti factory. Back when it was just called the Spaghetti Factory.
Yeah. Had to get a while till you get the old on top of it.
Yeah. Now it's the old Spaghetti Factory.
Yeah. That's where Ian Carmel worked in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's what he said. Old Spaghetti Factory.
I worked down at the old Spaghetti Factory. There.
Yeah, no, the mighty Willamette. Once you sail it, you go down the old Spaghetti Factory.
They put all the runoff. I've been on 3 cruises, 3 actual ocean liner cruises.
Okay.
In my life.
3. Let's start with the first one.
Okay, I went as a child. We went on a Disney cruise. The family did.
Okay.
Down to the Bahamas and back, and I remember having a wonderful time.
Anything in particular stand out, or you were so young? Maybe
when you're a kid and they're just like, when it's an all inclusive thing and you're a kid. Where it's like, yeah, here's the ice cream bar that's open all day. and your parents are like, yeah, we don't give a shit. Go eat.
Yeah,
ice cream all day.
you're going nuts on vacation. It's fucking ecstasy. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't fall off the boat.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the only rules they gave us for 3 or 4 days for Tegan and I. And we had a blast.
What the fuck did your folks
as
do
siblings, I don't know, they were around.
Yeah.
Sat by the pool. I think there was a casino on there. So
Okay.
there's always a casino element because you get in international waters. You got to give people the opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they were getting down with that, and then we were just running around doing kid stuff with the Disney characters, and it was. I just remember being a great time. That's what I remember it being.
Sick.
A wonderful time.
Yeah, already a plus in the column for the family stuff.
Yeah, well, it's weird as a kid. You're like, oh, cool. There's other kids here, and as an adult, you're like, God damn it, there's kids here.
Yeah, adults only cruise, man. Adults only.
Which they have. That is, they have those. So, and then I went on. I did a Maximum Fun cruise, which is a podcast network that was doing like, oh, here's live podcasts and some comedy shows.
Oh, okay.
To perform. And they didn't get the whole boat. I think it was really only for like maybe 400 or 500 people. The rest of the boat was just the regular cruise. There's so many different theaters and stages and areas. Like it's like casinos or something. There's so many areas that you can just put on events on a cruise ship that won't even disrupt other cruise goers' activities.
Wild. I've never been on one of these boats. I mean, they're massive, obviously.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
Yeah, but
that one was a fun time because that was I did it with Bronger, and there's other comedians, and you're just doing shows at night, and then that was a cruise to, I think, the Bahamas. Yeah, because we got off of NASA and we went to I think it was a Senior Frogs. There was was a Ruby Tuesdays. What are the days of the week restaurants? There's a Ruby Tuesdays. TGI Fridays. There's some other one.
And there's Marie Callender's, which when you go that days of the week with calendar.
Yeah. It's Fat Tuesdays. That's where we went. Fat Tuesdays. And it was right next to it was right next to the water. Like the table we were sitting at to eat, we were like swimming. We went in there for drinks. And there's just a sign that says, not responsible if you injure yourself jumping into the water. And I just remember the amount of time it took for me to just ask the server, like, does that mean I can jump into the water from here? That guy, like, he was like, yes, but by the time "but" got out of his mouth, I was already in the water.
Really?
I threw myself over the railing, swam back over to the little stairs.
I'll be back for those shrimp poppers.
I remember specifically being drunk, eating conch ceviche, and just walking through the restaurant, dripping wet, to just sit down, have a sip, and throw myself over the railing again. I couldn't get enough of it.
Oh, gross. Did you ever find out why he said "but"?
Well, probably because it's like, well, it is a restaurant and there's railings there, so you don't do that. But I was like, as long as I stay in motion, you can't stop me. But then other people are like, you could jump over the railing. I'm like, well, I'm doing it.
Well, yeah, of course you're doing it. Look at you. Just walk. Just a Mai Tai.
Yeah, I'm going to have an adventure.
Yeah, man. I'm like, so, okay. And then tell me about your third cruise.
Third cruise was the heavy metal cruise I was on a couple years ago. I've spoken of it.
Shipwrecked.
Shipwrecked.
And
it was fine. It was
your experience
nothing
on that for us, please.
It was fine. It was not my style of music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it was.
But somebody obviously thought you were a good billing to fit it.
Yeah, and it was the first night. I did comedy each night. I brought Andrew Orvidal with.
Yeah.
And I think it is one of those things that you do comedy at a festival where people are like, you know what? I would like to sit down and not have my eardrums blown out. And the first night, I just had one drunk guy who wouldn't show. And when people put on comedy shows but don't understand the nuances of comedy shows, they're like, yeah, the mic works, the lights work, do your thing. So now I just babysat a dude for my entire set the first night. I'm like, well, this isn't what I wanted, but Also, this whole situation's weird. Like, I still felt like I was a guest of the cruise.
Yeah.
So I didn't try and like go down in flames, but like the whole time was just entertaining this doofus. And then the second night, I kind of just roasted the whole cruise.
And it went over.
It went over well, and I think it also guaranteed I wouldn't be invited back on that cruise.
Yeah, I did a similar thing this weekend at my Don't Tell taping. It was about two of them. It was sponsored by a company called Long Drink, which is a canned gin beverage. and I was like, "Oh, do you like gin? Maybe you'll love it out of a fucking can. Like, try our next product, Sacked Ham." Like,
they're trying to move. They're trying to get those like pre-made cocktails in a can put into the world here and there.
Sometimes they're working, sometimes they're not. But gin is just kind of gross to me in general. But
yeah, I remember saying specifically, I'm like, if you guys are all on this cruise, who's selling Molly out of the back of a CrossFit gym in Atlanta right now? Because it was divorced
kind of,
cops. It was
divorced
cops.
I'm sure.
It was flooded with third
tribal
marriages.
bands, faded tribal band tattoos, and like
a lot of We the People tattooed on the forearm, and with guys that don't know the rest of that quote.
Ton of Punisher shirts, but not a lot of comic book readers. That kind of crowd.
Yeah.
I would like. We'll get into this later, but the theming of it is an interesting way to sell a boat ride of these cruises. But like, my only experience with cruise ships is it's not even a cruise. I was on tour with Bert, and we went spear fishing in the ocean, right? It's somewhere in Florida.
Okay.
And the bus driver came. This guy Ron, great guy. But every ship he saw that was bigger than the boat we were on, he was like, "Look at that cruise ship!" And they called every boat a cruise ship, and they were all shipping container ships. Like,
well, this is the guy that was the bus. This is the guy who calls everything that's not a car a bus, probably.
He's a great guy, but I was just looking at and oh, by the way, I got really seasick and threw up all over outside of the boat. And the guide kept saying the most homophobic stuff, but then would do the gayest stuff I have ever seen, and then we depended
on the high seas, maybe,
and then we depended on that man to bring us back to shore.
There is a moment when the person that's in charge, that you need them to be in charge, you are not going to agree with on some principles in life.
Yes.
You're like, well, this is not the place to argue.
Yeah. 3 things about a cruise ship. Know where the lifeboats are. Bring plenty of suntan lotion and never talk politics.
Yeah.
Because you never know who might not be willing to save you.
Let that captain say what he wants to say.
Yeah, you can drown. One more vote for my team.
Until you're close enough to land that you think you can swim.
Yeah. So
I'll say that, but the shiprock thing, I'll say that, like, the people that were going on, they've been going on it year after year. And it was like, it was like fest in Gainesville for us. We're like, you see your friends.
It's annual and communal. Yeah.
Again, I was invited there. I tried to like roast everybody on the show, but I was well aware that it's not my thing, but the people that were there were having a great time.
Yeah. Well, and that's all they want. That's what you're going on vacation for. Yeah. So yeah, I will say, like, I never have done any cruise ship gigs. Like, the one you did sounds like you were at, for people who don't know, a stand-ups, some ways people work, or they go on cruise ships, and every cruise ship has a comedy club, and you work it in a kind of plug and play system where you, like, the cruise line hires you to come out and do like a clean show and a dirty show, and you do 2 a night for however long the cruise is, and then you can rotate it, and people make decent money that way. But they are, to me, the idea of being stuck on a boat in the middle of an ocean with a crowd I just bombed in front of. Yeah, it seems really. So I never took the gigs, and they are kind of looked down upon. But I know plenty of funny people who have had to take a check and do work that they didn't really want to do. So I don't. I'm not judging like every act, but there are some acts on it that are fucking horrible too.
Oh, there's some people that's the best gig they're gonna get.
Yes.
And there's some people that are, to put it in musical terms, you're an amazing musician, but the cover band is what's paying the bills.
Yes.
So that's what you do on your weekends.
Yeah. Oh. So I don't know, man. Like my cruise ship experience is so limited, and I don't think I'll ever. I don't know if I'll ever do one unless I'm invited to do like it for work.
Like a themed cruise or something where it's like.
Yeah,
I mean
like,
Bert's got like party cruises and stuff, right?
Yeah, Bert's got a cruise coming up, where he's gonna have like bands and all kinds of, like,
yeah.
And I probably would do that if it, but I don't know. I think one of the reasons I've never been on a cruise is because I remain skeptical right now of them as fun, but it seems like something that would be because I don't know if I got great sea legs. That's my main apprehension, not necessarily cruises themselves, but.
That's why I couldn't imagine people that got sick on a cruise ship. I'm like, I don't feel it at all.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I would. I mean, I'm saying in a general sense of like, I don't know if it's the thing I'm going to like just looking out and only seeing water. In the, like, it makes me a bit anxious if I'm being.
No, thalassophobia, I believe is the term for that, Shane. Fear of wide open water areas.
Yeah.
I like
also,
it.
if you don't have a fear of wide open water,
yeah.
you're fucking insane. That's a really scary thing.
I like it because it's a perspective you don't get normally to be in the middle of the ocean. And so that was one of the fun things to do was go out at night and just stare into just true
darkness.
Total darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like the sky without stars. It's horrifying.
Oh no, it is. It is. And inevitably you're like, oh, the Titanic. You think about like sea disasters and the added level of fear.
Oh.
But other than that, I like them.
We took the ferry across when we were in Europe. We took the tour bus onto a ferry so we could cut across some like the English Channel or whatever. I don't know what it was. And
well, where were you and where'd you end up? That we can answer. Were you in Ireland and then you?
It was an Irish ferry, but then we went to. The company is called Irish Ferries. But
I guess it's
but we went by Dunkirk Beach, so we were in Paris, or in France, I think. But I remember this is the closest I've been to a cruise. We had to get up at 4 a.m. out of the bus because they're like, yeah, if we start to sink and you're on the tour bus, you're definitely a dead man. And then I was like, I kind of think we're dead anyways, and then the tour manager Ben was like, I'm sleeping here, no one cares.
I was being a smartass about thinking I knew about the English Channel.
Yeah.
English Channel is between England and France.
Yeah.
But then Ireland is out there. Boy, sorry for our one guy from the UK that listens.
Now it might be 2 because we've caused an uproar. Why got to be an English channel?
I got to listen to these idiots.
I might mostly I just don't have a ton of experience with it, so I'm excited to get into the good and the bad of these things. So why don't we do that? We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor, Arm Floaties. Remember when you see them on a little fat kid? It was kind of cute. It's like they were extra fat.
I thought it made them look strong.
That's true. I had arm floaties on at a 4th of July barbecue, and I jumped in the pool when I was like 4, and they just shot straight off my arms, like bottle rockets. And I just I just remember sitting kind of at the bottom of the pool, looking around, and then my mom dived in like a superhero.
My brother and I convinced my sister that if she put them on her feet, that she could walk across the pool. And then we had to give her CPR.
I was going to make a joke about you not having a sister anymore.
Oh my God.
Wait, did you watch her do this?
Yeah.
Or she was off by herself?
No. She did it in front of us.
How long did you watch her before you're like, well, it's not working?
Quite some time, I suppose, if she had to get CPR.
That's where I was going with it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We'll be right back. But you know who almost wasn't? Charlene's sister. for calorie-conscious options this summer? Try delicious dietitian-approved calorie-smart meals with around or less than 550 calories per serving. One of the things I really love about Factor is I can tailor it to my diet. So, and temptation's big for me. So if I don't need to be eating a bunch of carbs, I'll just order something that's like, no, there's no carbs in it. And they'll send it right to my door. I'll have 5 or 6 of them in a week. And it's kind of like when my folks got divorced, but it's not Hungry Man dinners that my dad was feeding us in a motel. It's much better and healthier. So
I'll take it from here, Shane. With Factor, you can rest assured that you're making a sustainable choice. We offset 100% of our delivery emissions, source 100% renewable electricity for our production sites and up. They're hippies, so that's nice too. You're eating good food, it's good for you, and a company's nice for the world. Get out of town. What more can you ask for? Head to factormeals.com/NAFT50 and use code NAFT50 to get 50% off of this already righteous company. Tastes good, is good for you, good for the environment. That's code NAFT50 at factormeals.com/NAFT50 to get 50% off.
And we're back. This is No Accounting for Taste on the All Things Comedy Network, the only network. No, I don't care.
What?
Yeah. All right.
I don't care.
Anyways, guys, well, we're talking about cruises and cruise ships.
Let's just go. I just want to go to this chart. How deadly are cruise mishaps? Operational incidents on cruise ships 2009 to 2013. So this is a 4-year sample. Type of mishap, fires and explosions. Number of mishaps, 26. That's a little over 8 per year, if I'm doing my math correct. Injuries, 22. Technical failure, 92. Deaths related to that, 2. Injuries, 13. Stranding or grounding, number of mishaps, 18. Deaths, 32. So that's what you want to avoid. Is that
running aground?
Yeah, Michael, do not row your boat ashore. Injuries, 159. Storm or rogue waves.
Oh,
the idea of rogue waves.
That's why it freaks me out the ocean. A rogue wave? Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not.
Oh, Kyle, will you explain to these people what a rogue wave is? Because I'm scared just talking.
It's just a big wave doing its own thing.
A lot of people describe me that way. Just kind of a big wave doing my own thing. Anyway, but is a rogue wave? Is my understanding, Charlene? You might know this. Is it a wave that like breaks the rhythm of a current, or is it just is it like a small?
I always thought it was just like a super wave. Like enough waves. Let's go. We got these machines in front of us. Let's do it. Let's educate.
What is a rogue wave?
Here we go.
Besides a band I don't
like. Unusually large, unpredictable, and suddenly appearing, much like Shane also. Surface waves that can be extremely dangerous to I was
unusually large, and
I was leaning on the unpredictable part.
Yeah.
See how you changed your mood right there?
Yeah, who could have predicted that I would take offense to that?
Sorry.
I hope you drown while Seven Dust is playing in the background.
Listen, man, how I take baths are my business, all right?
I hope Rachel holds you down until you can't see. Oh, man. Can a cruise ship survive a rogue wave? A cruise ship should survive if hit by a rogue wave. All modern instances of cruise ships encountering rogue waves have resulted in only minor damage, such as smashed windows. Cruise ships carry experienced crew, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, that's kind of a little more comforting. I don't know. Yeah. I just have like a perfect storm view in my head of a rogue wave coming and just turning a boat over.
Yeah. You just, here we go.
Yeah.
So rogue waves are bad. Only 2 people have died due to those, though.
That's not bad for all the people who are on these goddamn boats all the time. The thing is, all of these cruise ships have morgues. Did you know that? Because I guess most people, it's a lot of recently,
people. But you're gonna have to.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. on these like
because otherwise they're just like in the freezer next to the crab cakes. You know.
Yeah. Hey guys, we need more crab cakes. Where are they? They're next to Susan Boyle's son who died.
You got 4 days left, and the chefs are just like, I'm not getting them. You get them. Fine. Nobody's having crab cakes tonight. Sorry, everybody.
We're out of Mott Sticks because Bill won't reach into the freezer.
He ain't going to bite you anymore. Go in there.
Oh, just like, hey, this fish isn't fresh.
Also, that means if you're with the person, you're like, well, I have 4 days left to be on this cruise. Well, my spouse is down there next to the
what do you
whipped cream and crab legs.
What happens with that? Oh,
do you make the most of it?
I mean, I wanted to go to the Bahamas my whole life, and my husband's dead. This couldn't get better.
They probably let you eat first, because normally you get a time frame for when you can get sat, because they have to feed that many people on a cruise ship that you load into dinner at shifts. So they probably let you like get whatever you want.
I hate that.
Did I tell?
They just cattle car you in, kind of.
I think I told this story before. Did I tell you a story about how my friend was at Disney World, and that's when he found out that his father passed away? And he was there. He was there with his 4 kids, and he told me this, and he's like,
"I think you did. Keep going, though."
Okay, he's like, "I know this is funny, but they found out right when the magical light parade was starting. Like he got a phone call saying it was unexpected. So it's him and his wife and his 4 kids just bawling, but they can't get out of the park because of the light parade. So it's just they're the first ones following the light parade out, just weeping on Main Street in Disneyland.
It's just so beautiful.
Just 2 adults and 4 young kids just struck by tragedy trying to get out of the park while like electric Mickey Mouse is on top.
Oh my God.
And that being said, I think Disney was like, I think they're only there for a day and they're like, that's terrible. Like really took care of them.
Oh, okay. Well,
with refunds and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's the whole thing about a cruise is you're
Ron
stuck.
DeSantis and helping your buddy's family out.
Man, I was thinking about this joke. I'm like, man, being homeschooled is usually a knock, except if you're homeschooled from Florida, it's like, oh, okay, you're smarter than the national average now. It's not a great joke. I'll sell it to the Daily Show.
It's for the clip.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You want to hear something else fun that I know you're going to love?
What? Tell me.
The 10 wildest attractions you'll find on a cruise ship. Oh, baby. Here we go. Go-kart traps. Oh man, what is it?
But the thing is like they're always like a crappy version.
Well, can I maybe steer you in a different direction?
No, sell me on it.
Yeah, we aren't kidding about this. There are literally go-kart tracks on cruise ships, and we're not talking scale. This is from the Points Guy, by the way. We're not talking scaled down miniature tracks. Since 2017, Norwegian has topped its 4 newest vessels with full-blown go-kart race courses that are almost as big in its surroundings as the one you'll find on land, so pretty good size. The biggest of the 4 on the Norwegian Prima spreads over a significant portion of 3 decks and is nearly 1,400 feet long. What do you say to that, Kinane?
I don't...
All 4 of the tracks are designed for serious go-karters.
I want go-karting. I want...
What?
I don't think so. I'm looking at it. But again, they pack it on there. These cruise ships look like when you order. I know we're supposed to be defending,
but it's got multiple levels, so they're kind of going. This is kind of a neat feature. It's like instead of going out, they're going up, and they're going vertical to make this thing.
Oh,
work.
2-story. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, two-story go-kart tracks. You've seen them all the time. I think that's
but
cool.
I'm looking at it right now. It's got no straightaways to really open it up. Does it say how fast the go-karts go?
Yes, it does. 27 miles an hour.
27. That's a bike ride.
It's exhilarating. They tried them on all 4 ships Technically, the cars can go even faster, more than 50 miles an hour, but Norwegian.
That's how fast they should go.
Oh, fuck off! Looking for the positive here.
I know, but
the racetrack on the boat isn't fast enough for Kyle.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, cool. I like go-karts. I've been go-karting. Here's a lesser than version of what you enjoy.
Kyle,
on all accounts.
When you're a man of my girth, you're always not going as fast as everyone else on a go-kart. I can hear Charlene laughing in the other room.
I hear it as well.
She's shitty and mean.
Shane, when you visit Portland next, we're gonna go to the K1 race carts.
Okay.
And we're gonna get you to light it up, baby.
It's gonna be a good time.
You're gonna go fast. You know what? People want to knock girth, but that's gonna work to your advantage because it's gonna give you more traction in those tires. You're gonna be able to corner better.
Okay. I'll believe
Silver
you.
lining, buddy.
Thanks, pal. You want to hear? We got roller coasters.
Yeah, but are they good roller coasters?
Okay, let's see. At 800 feet in length, the Bull Ultimate Seacoast, as Carnival is calling them, aren't the biggest roller coasters ever or the fastest. They have motorcycle-like cars for the two. Kind of. Not gonna.
All these amenities are like burlesque dancing. You're like, well, that's not the thing I wanted it to be. So close to a naked lady, but it's not.
Yeah, now I gotta hear you dance to Nat King Cole.
Yeah,
it's like
gotta hear you ruin a song my parents liked.
What about bumper cars? Huh?
I haven't been on bumper cars in a while. I wonder if they're still fun.
Well, they're free, and I know you love a bargain.
Well, they're free.
You like some of these attractions you still pay for on the boat, which I think is a little fucked. Like how much is enough? Carnival Cruise Lines, but
yeah, but these cruise ship, they look like when you get those stupid Bloody Marys where like I think it was Randy Liedtke.
Yeah,
years
I was
ago
talking about this the other day.
Okay,
so weird.
He made the joke Bloody Mary with all the shit in it.
Yeah,
years ago. Like I can't believe the restaurant did this and like put a slice of pizza in it. Now places do that.
Yeah, because they're dumb.
And it's a Bloody Mary you're not gonna get to, and all the food's gonna stuck in top of it. But boys, is big. That's what I see when I see these cruise ships. As much I will defend cruises as a way of vacationing, but these big cruise ships are just like if God came down and like, oh, you will be smited.
Yeah, smote.
And you're like, what? And you're like, why?
Smithered, like The Simpsons. Smithered.
You've been smitten. But if you're like, why? And he just pointed to a Norwegian cruise ship and was like, what the fuck are you doing over here? I'd be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. I mean, there is that. Like, there is like, there is something about all these like land dweller activities being put on top of the ocean that's seems a little unholy. If I don't know for like.
It's like body dysmorphia. It's like when you see like a celebrity that just had too much work done.
They got laser tag arenas. All of this stuff is basically, you know, like fun zone stuff. It's all like fun. Yeah, you know, like, so it's kind of like these are the attractions that are on there, and like I have fun with all of these. And I'll tell you this: if I'm not paying for some of them, I'm pretty okay with doing. Look at it this way, Kyle.
Yeah,
if laser tag is free, because you've already paid for everything, it's a good, fun thing.
All this stuff just
you
looks
love
like,
a bargain.
If bargain means I'm getting something I want for a good deal. All
you
this
don't want,
stuff
you don't want free
I will
laser
defend.
tag?
I will not if it sucks.
It's okay.
Not if it's me and five people running around an old couch. Like what?
It looks better than that.
Everything on here looks like an afterthought. It looks all the things they did. An observation capsule. It's a mechanical arm with a bulb at the end of it that you sit in. The whole boat is an observation vessel. Look out the window. Oh, good. I'm actually 30 feet higher than the rest of the boat that's already a 30-story building. It seems It all looks very obnoxious to me. And none of it looks like the individual things. It looks like it's like a gift bag at a festival. Here's a bunch of crap.
Here's the positive I'm going with. If it's the scaled down version of a thing I like, but it is free, I am into it.
Or if you've never done anything in your life ever.
Man, we really got to only do one episode a day because you were in such a good mood on the last episode.
I will defend cruises, but these monster cruise ships are for somebody that's like, I've never done anything. I want to go on a cruise, but also I've never been on a go-kart. And also, like, why there may as well be a whorehouse in there. There should just be a red light district.
Wish there was.
There's probably cruises.
Let's go. Own Rogue Wave sneaking in there.
Unique cruises. What section are we in? Are we in the good and the bad? Did we change?
We're still in the good and the bad. Yeah.
Okay.
You just don't like these free versions of entertainment or not?
No, because it's all the half-ass version of it.
Okay.
None of it's the good version. These go-karts go 50 miles an hour, but they can't because they're on this thing, so they go half that. Then that sucks. If you've ever been on go-karts, like I like go-karts, cool, here's half of what you liked.
All right.
That's lame.
We're switching gears off attractions to themed and weird cruises. How's
Best
that?
unique cruises on 7 continents. You can go to Antarctica. You can do that. You can go to the Amazon. These are all South Pacific.
These are going to amazing places.
Yeah.
The boat's probably just a boat. But
that's what I'm talking about. How Long Bay. I've been on like little cruises, like in Hawaii, a sunset cruise. We saw whales.
Was that fun? I never did that.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, Hawaii.
I feel like you want more ocean stuff on your cruise than like attractions.
Yeah. Why? Stop dragging.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying other people want other stuff.
It's like when you see somebody that's like they've got an RV, but then behind the RV they're towing a pickup truck, and in the bed of the pickup truck is a boat, and in the side the boat that's in the bed of the pickup truck are bicycles, and it's like just fucking stay home. If you need all that shit to have fun,
you can't possibly get through the day without any of this shit. Yeah,
go to a resort. Go to a resort. You got to drag all this shit with you for 3 days of fun.
I don't hate.
I can already tell those kids are getting yelled at by their dad for not tying a knot the right way.
Okay, let's go to the positive. All right. Fucking Christ. Kid off cruise. These are some of the more unique cruises.
Nudie cruise.
Hey.
Nudie cruise.
There's a cruise called the Pussy Patrol, and it's based out of Florida. The 7-night Meow Meow cruise. This is in the writing. I did not. I am not improvising at all. So this is a godsend. The 7-night Meow Meow cruise is a celebration of all things feline. Just to be clear, no cats are actually allowed on board, but cat ear headbands are highly encouraged. Activities include cat-focused trivia and a scavenger hunt. Sharing needles. There's a cruise for knitting people, for people who like to knit. Oh my God. There's a ghost hunting cruise, Kyle.
I saw that. There are stops at reputedly haunted locations such as Rose Hill in Jamaica, the Lizzie Borden House in Newport, and the Red Onion Saloon in Skagway, Alaska. I would hope that's not all the same cruise.
Oh,
the conspiracy cruises. Oh my God. All right.
Let's get into this. Is the actual. You want this?
Let me have this one.
Okay.
This is the actual name of a journey that sailed from Seattle. So it looks like it only happened once. From Seattle on a jaunt around Alaska's Inner Passage. If glaciers sliding by aren't quite enough, there are round tables hosted by famous researchers, investigators, and whistleblowers. I would love to be able to like fucking climate change isn't real, and it's glaciers are
an ice
sliding into the sea
off.
behind you. The topics can be delved into include GMOs, Monsanto, bee colony collapse, ecology, global warming, fracking, HIV, autism, All right, it's all of them. They just list
Everything.
Every
JFK cover-ups, the Star Wars agenda.
this was just the Joe Rogan subreddit rented a fishing charter for a weekend. That's all that happened there.
Okay. The
Flat Earth
Edgelords
cruise.
The Edgelords cruise. The details are sketchy on this one, but the organizers behind the Flat Earth International Conference are rumored to be adding a cruise to its itinerary. And there's like a Walking Dead cruise. Okay.
The naked cruise.
There's a naked
Still some tickets. Yeah. You could tell that they got the 5 best looking people willing to be photographed for this website. Because that is not what the rest of this boat is going to look like, dude. I guarantee it.
Oh, they're going to all look. Before they take off their shirts, it's going to be left like they were out in the sun for too long.
Oh, it's 90% of the people are going to look like somebody just like threw a sweater onto a chair, just crumpled.
Look at this. There's also the Cougars at Sea. Let's be clear. We're not talking about. All right. We're not talking about this is about the type of cougar. Oh, God. Ladies of a certain age get a steep aboard a vessel with a bunch of eligible young chaps. Oh,
is this what you need, Shane?
Don't be an asshole.
Meet some sugar mama.
Be nice, Kyle.
Some a sun-loving, seafaring sugar mama.
I hope you drown.
Somebody to put lotion on your back.
Oh, just putting lotion on a liver-spotted paper mache skin back.
You guys can share soft fruits at sunrise.
We're going to a different part of this. Oh, God.
I love it.
Of course you do.
Good for all these people, though. Like, and then you could get extra weird because you're on a boat, so you're already like, well, I'm not even around anything. Let's get strange about it.
You know what would be badass? An Amazon River cruise, and that's one of these.
That's what I just said. They have one, yeah.
Oh, did you say that? I'm sorry. I was
yeah. Okay, let's find out what cruise line is offering cruises for $49 a person.
Oh my God. All right, let's
Margaritaville at Sea. We don't even need a Patreon to afford this one, Shane.
But do sign up for a Patreon that we will start someday and send Kyle on a Margaritaville cruise. That's right. Shane and Kinane hitting the high seas.
I am going to this website. How? God,
okay.
Who is on this
Let me.
cruise? What are you doing?
Oh, go ahead.
You want to
go
change
ahead.
it?
No. Go ahead.
I'm just looking. I'm planning my escape on Margaritaville Cruise Lines.
Margaritaville Sea, a cruise line that offers 2-night cruises to the Bahamas from Port of Palm Beach, is offering their biggest sale ever, with starting at just $99 for 2 people. All cruises stop in Freeport on Grand Bahama Island. Oh, okay, this is
honestly, if you live there, I could see this just being like a trip to Vegas when you live in LA.
Yeah. See, the ship recently received a multi-million-dollar renovation that includes new product. If it was like $100,000 worth of that would be horrifying. And we got new life vest, refreshed staterooms, a burger bar, and a dueling piano bar. Okay, this is all.
It's probably BYOB.
Yeah, this is fantastic. $99. I'd do this shit.
Heroes sail free. They don't say who a hero is.
That's a vet.
If you got arrested on January 6th.
Oh man.
Maybe you only got to cover the tax.
Just the idea of being on a Margaritaville themed cruise, right? And it's just like the Margaritaville at that's in the mall, the same one the Albany Funny Bone is in. You know, like
yeah. Oh, it's
just like home. I love it.
I still can't get a definition of who the heroes are. They don't say vets. They don't mention.
It's got to be veterans.
They don't. It's like they're barred from saying veterans. Like they got sued for saying veterans.
Yeah. Okay. $49 though.
I want to know why.
Here's the thing. I think it's
word veteran on this.
If you're getting to the Bahamas for $49, it's a good deal no matter what.
Its heroes are military, law enforcement, fire, emergency medical, military families, and government employees. So that's what it is.
Government employees? Like a fucking comptroller?
It's a loose definition.
Yes, it is.
Of what heroes come in all shape and sizes. Solo travelers, what are you doing this weekend? Just getting down to that Margaritaville at sea.
It sounds awful. It's not for me, but
no, but it is for somebody.
But it is kind of a good deal, no matter what. At $49, I think that's true.
But that's like when as much as we defended Taco Bell, if all your food never costs more than $1.50, where are you cutting corners to make a profit?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know. I'm curious about it. If I lived in Florida, I'd take the $50 2-day cruise just to know about it.
Yes, that is cheaper. Yeah, that's cheaper than a car rental. That's fucking great. I don't care. Yeah. I think we're gonna have some pretty divided callers on this, but I guess we'll see.
Meow cruise.
Why don't we run over to these calls? We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor, Carnival Cruise Lines. We probably couldn't get something that big.
No, I would take an endorsement. I would go on. If Margaritaville Cruise Lines wants to sponsor us and give us free $50 cruises,
I'm not opposed to it at all.
I'll spend $900 to get to Florida.
I'll spend $900 to get to Florida.
Oh my God. I know we're still just recording, so this is part of the episode.
Yeah.
Personalized ancestry experience. I can think of a group of people who wouldn't want to know about their ancestry on a boat ride.
Not good.
Did we really think about this one, guys? Did we think about it?
Okay.
Can you imagine just being black on that cruise? Like, yeah, tell me about where I'm from on this boat.
Stupid fucking hat.
Goth cruise. I would do a goth cruise.
I would. I probably would. I would enjoy that kind of contrast.
My aunt has done these European river cruises where you travel through different countries in Europe, and it's just the long, I don't know what they call those long river boats.
Like a gondola?
And but it's like you stay on it like a cruise ship, but much, much smaller scale. And you get off and you're in different European cities every day. That's cool.
Pretty. That sounds fucking rad.
Yeah.
Damn.
What do we think? What do the callers think?
Let's see. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. This is the part where we hear from you, our little boat kittens. So, I can hear Charlie laughing again. All right, everybody, we're just gonna jump right into the calls. Here's our first call.
Scrap booking cruise.
Hey, fellas, and Charlene, about the cruise ships. I'm not a big fan. They kind of suck, but with one exception. I had a buddy who had a wedding at one of the ports of call on the cruise ship, invited us all on the cruise. There was like 40 of us for 3 days, and that was rad. There's always someone to party with, and like you get drunk at noon, pass out, wake up at like 4, and then you party with someone else at 4, and then like you just ran into people all over the boat. That was cool. But the rest of it kind of sucks. A whole bunch of people in one space, not a lot of time in the ports of call and shit. But
well, that was the end of that. But I get it. Like I with a big group of of buddies, I could see it being fun because you can kind of mob stuff.
Yeah, and it's like doing anything with your friends. If it's a fun group, you're going to get over it. So I could see why that.
Yeah, this guy's on the right page.
I will say when we did that shipwrecked ones, like we stopped at 2 cities in Mexico, but the ports, it's just a shopping mall you walk into.
That's it. You're like not
at least
seeing,
the ones
you're not seeing a city. Yeah, like
Orvidal and I walked off like walked out of the shopping mall area real quick, and Orvidal was laughing because the guy was like, "Guys want to rent a 4-wheeler?" Like, "Oh, no thanks." He's like, "Hooker?" Like, just jumped immediately to like, "Well, you're gonna want one of these things."
I love that it's like this guy's into one of two things.
Yeah, you dudes with no ladies, you want some 4-wheeling, or you gonna want beegers? And I'm like, "Oh, neither." And the guy was like, "Well, I don't know, I can't help you then."
I would love it if Overall had just been like, well, which one costs more?
How
Which
much for
thing to
both?
ride costs more?
Yeah, how much to double it up?
All right.
Man, this outlaw country cruise looks like a good time. I'm gonna talk him into having comedy on it.
Please. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to this.
Hey, I'm calling about cruises. My mom was a travel agent while I was growing up, and they would give her free cruises and shit when she would sell a certain amount of shit to people. So we went to Bahamas when I was a kid, but the only thing I remember was
this guy just. My mom was a travel agent growing up. They give her cruises and shit for selling a certain amount of shit. I feel like this guy's going to be very pro cruise.
Let's see.
What about a Tom Cruise cruise? Anyways.
Ooh.
Just a Mission Impossible themed cruise?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be sick.
getting a mouthful of seawater and then throwing up in a tide pool. But it was a Disney cruise, so I guess it was pretty cool. But now as an adult, I really couldn't see myself going on a cruise because I don't want diarrhea. And the culture just seems, I guess an open bar for 3 days with nothing else to do is pretty cool. But on that same cruise that I was talking about earlier, my aunt slipped and broke her ankle because she was too drunk. So
these guys all keep cutting off.
It sounds like a lot of personal responsibility issues.
Yeah.
I don't think any of these are the cruise is not to blame for these things.
Is it you? Because I don't know if it was you or not. I think maybe you had this bit about like you select your booze package on a cruise.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta gamble on how much you're gonna drink.
Yeah.
It's never as much as you think.
Yeah, never. And also, like, the more you drink, the less likely you are to drink the next day near as much.
Yeah. No, it's like a casino. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what this. Drunk the whole time.
Hi, Shane. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Charlene. So, my name is Andre from Puerto Rico. I was the one that did the call for the tattoo. It's not across the Atlantic, it's across the Caribbean, but I digress. Anyway, my first cruise, I went as basically like a graduate trip for my bachelor's with a bunch of friends. And I don't like the water. I don't like the sea in general, but they convinced me to go. Anyways, it was the first time I ever went on a cruise. It is like a basic city, a small city on the sea. It had stores. I can't remember what boat it was, but it was for the carnival, one of the carnivals. And basically it was huge. I mean, it had almost everything. I rarely went out of the boat. And I remember, well, I didn't remember much, but I remember the first time I got basically so drunk, I had no memory of the day after. But the thing is that it wasn't just one night. It was, I didn't stop drinking all 7 days of the trip. So it was just one big round up trip of being completely shit-faced. It wasn't the best carnival trip I ever did, but it was one of the most fun.
Okay. All right.
That's all. So, yeah, you can get caught up drinking. We call that blacking out. If you want to throw a term at when you can't remember your whole day, my friend, we call that a blackout. And yeah, that's that. Many people from the 2 cruises I was on as an adult. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Shit face.
We got a boat ride, like less of a cruise and more of a boat ride around Lake Michigan in front of Chicago for my buddy's bachelor party, and we all had like the little sailor hats on. And to watch a friend like just throw up but make sure he keeps his hat on, like that's a trooper or a sailor. You know, I'd say
I give that.
good for you. Just hold his hat, but blah. Like
This one is
nice.
entitled Rough Gig, so maybe it's a comic we know.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Kyle, Shane, and Charlene. Calling about cruise ships. Everyone I know who's gone on a cruise has had a pretty okay time. However, my roommate in 2015 decided he was going to go work for Carnival. And he got there, and what he didn't realize was that, first of all, as soon as he got on the ship, they asked for his passport, which he did not give them. That was a good move on his part. Second of all of the crew, if you cohabitate or go to any of the spaces on the ship where the passengers are, you are expected to basically be available to work. So they pay you like $10.50 an hour, but that means that if you're up on top of the deck after your shift, you also have to be willing to do your job. And so all of the under deck areas are pretty bare and not great. So on top of just the terrible treatment, the not great pay, and also just the food not being all that great, after working for 6 weeks, he went on shore and quit. So it's a pretty rough gig. A lot of the people who take the job don't realize that they're kind of trapped because they give away their passport and then they can't go back on shore. Not a big fan of the way that the cruise ship industry operates. Don't know how to fix that, but otherwise, the times apparently are fun. Anyway, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.
Fuck that.
Thank you for that call. I didn't know about this passport thing is
shady as fuck.
As hell.
Fuck that. Yeah. No, I'm not giving you my ID.
Yeah, nobody's going to mutiny, but what if the whole staff is like, this is terrible. We're just going to stay in Puerto Vallarta or wherever.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if that's why they do it. I've heard like somebody was like, they had like Second City on one of the boats doing, comedy shows. And they are all relegated to that like Irish level of the Titanic.
Yeah, steerage.
And it really is like everybody's just down there doing drugs and fucking.
Yeah, well, I mean that sounds like it could be kind of fun actually, but
yeah, but it also is like, I didn't know about the having to work if like I just thought they weren't allowed to mix and mingle with the.
Well, there's like employee bars on some of them and stuff, so like yeah. So like my buddy who's a comic who works the boats, has told me, he's like, yeah, I became friends with them, and then it was like more fun with like the rest of the yeah. All right, let's see what we got here.
I went on a cruise when I was 13. Not a lot to do on a cruise ship unless you have a lot of money at their built-in shopping mall, which is buck wild. I mainly stayed in the arcade, the mini movie theater, and then I started hanging out by the pool because they were doing these quote-unquote pool games, which was throw a bunch of fruit in the pool and then have women in bikinis go put it in their bikinis to collect it. And wouldn't you know it, the bikinis fell off and I saw boobies. What? Wild. So it wasn't all bad, It was, I wouldn't go on one now because I don't like having diarrhea. So
what's up with the diarrhea?
All right, bye.
I don't know why the diarrhea thing is such a prominent. Like if you just drink a bunch,
nobody ever gets diarrhea on dry land. Like, come on.
Yeah. Oh, I've been day drinking next to a pool all day. That's diarrhea.
Yeah.
Wherever you're located.
No shit.
So
Charlene and I are going to go get Hawaiian ices after this. You think I'm not going to have diarrhea?
Probably going to shit a bunch. Yeah. So I will not blame the cruises for the diarrhea.
I do like, hey, wouldn't you know it? I saw some boobies.
Put this fruit in your titties in front of these children.
All right, we got 2 calls left. Let's jump into them.
Cruises are awful, terrible, boring, disease-ridden just crime factories in the middle of the ocean. Not a fan. Have been on one, so I have experience.
That's it.
Okay. Well, the man, he knows what he likes and what he doesn't like.
Yeah, I'll give him that. All right. This last one is called Big Romantic Gesture.
Hey guys, my name is Mary. I've never been on a cruise, but I love pina coladas and buffets, if that counts for anything. Water parks, they're okay. I think, they just make me think of pee. But I'm calling because I was hoping you guys could help me with something. My ex-boyfriend showed me your podcast, and love you guys.
Oh, thank you. Kyle, real quick, I'm pausing it. Where do you think this is going?
I don't know. She said pina coladas and buffets. I wanted to point her to this Margaritaville at Sea. They do sell solo traveler tickets.
Charlene is cackling in the next room. Ex-boyfriend.
I'm given the information I've gotten so far and what you've already listed. I think we can at least. I can't cover the travel, but I think we could throw you $50 for a.
Yeah, we'll get you on the boat.
Jaunt.
We'll get you on the boat. You might have to take a Greyhound.
But let's see what. Yeah. Your travel's on you. All right. What do we got?
We watched every single Fast and Furious movie together because of you, and he even took me to a Dave Matthews concert, I think, because of you.
Listen to the magic we are making.
She said X.
Yeah, well, that's probably something I did.
I can't speak to the quality of our fan base here. Let's see what's up.
And we just drove across the country and mostly listened to your podcast the entire time and the Boogie Monster. And anyway, we broke up, and I took him for granted, and I really regret that. And he.
Oh.
Let's hear what she needs. From us.
And he did a lot of grand romantic gestures for me, and so this is my attempt at a grand romantic gesture back. He loves you guys. Now I love you guys. And if there's one thing I believe in more than the Chicago Mothman, it's him and the love that we had. And so I'm hoping maybe you can play this and help me reach out to him and let him know I regret a lot of things, but I don't regret meeting him. I miss him. And if you do play this, Max, I'm sorry, and I love you. All right, thanks, guys. Meow.
Wow.
I have no one. And I have no.
Hero,
That's what
he
I
could
like.
sail free. Okay, Max. Max, what do you say?
Yeah.
Was it Max? Matt? Was it Matt or Max? I couldn't tell.
Okay, well, there's Mary's her name, right, Charlene?
Okay, well, I mean, there's some context clues here, so you know who you are.
Yeah. First of all, so sweet, so romantic.
Mm-hmm.
My giant romantic exploits have been ridiculed on this show.
You need to sing the song for them.
Well, they're not getting back together then, if that's what it depends on, because I am not singing the song. Maybe if they do get back together and we're invited to the wedding, then I'll sing the song. So helping a fan artist, but
on the Margaritaville at Sea.
So sweet. We're rooting for you. Obviously, we really are. Like, we hope this goes okay. I don't know what to say. I don't know how we were talking about cruises, and now we've had our hearts touched.
I thought it was going to go to
Delilah episode.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go to like a vengeful thing, like my ex, and so F that guy or whatever. But then I was like,
and I'm unsubscribing to your
yeah. Well, please call us back and let us know the results, and if I hope your gesture worked.
Yeah,
it was
really sweet.
At the end of all the messages about diarrhea and pee and everything else. I mean, we probably, and you didn't even want to wait for. I mean, we could have had another topic.
Oh,
but
well,
I want please call us back and tell us how this goes.
Yeah, and I'll say this: no matter how it goes, it takes a lot of courage to do something like that. And,
Absolutely.
And sometimes people will make fun of you for it, but I'm not going to.
I know you've been looking at me the whole time, but you're really looking at me now.
Yeah, I'm letting you have it. But
I can tell you're looking
good
exactly
luck.
at where my
You
face
seem
is
like
on the Zoom screen.
You seem like a nice gal, and I hope hope it works out for both of you guys.
I do hope it works. Chicago Mothman hopes to get back together, and I please call us and let us know. It is a courageous thing. You're right, Shane. But bold gestures,
very much so. You know what? Set sail into that young man's heart. This has been No Accounting for Taste. He's Kyle Kinane. I'm Shane Torres. KyleKinane.com. ShaneIsAComedian.com. Shane Torres and Kyle Kinane across both platforms, all platforms.
Lovers.
En voyage, lovers.
Charlene.
Charlene is dying.
You can't hear it. She's in the other room losing her mind right now. Oh,
okay.
Wow, we really got a to be continued with this one.
Yeah, please call back in. I don't want to wait. I want this to be the next episode we put out. Yeah. Also, hey fella, you call in too if you listen to this pod. 971-259-8302. 971-259-8302. This is No Accounting for Taste podcast on the All Things Comedy Network. Give us a ring.